All right, so I know most guys think being single in their 30s means that they're falling behind. You know, you watch your friends start to get married, settle down, or maybe they just have their person and you're the third wheel. Maybe you go over to family gatherings and your siblings have kids and you're the uncle and everybody's like, "When are you going to get a girlfriend? When are you going to find a wife?" And it kind of feels like you're missing out, right? I definitely understand this. I've been there before. And I've actually been single for 8 years, which is pretty crazy by choice. But the thing is, bro, being single is actually your greatest advantage right now. Because this is really the only time in your life where you have full control over your time, your energy, your decisions, your money, all that stuff. So, this video, I'm going to break down the 10 biggest lessons that will help you dominate your single years. So that way, when you do meet the right woman, you're choosing her from a position of strength, not neediness. But if you're new to my channel, welcome to the Ascended Man. My name is Brian. I served in combat with the U.S. Marines at the age of 20. I was a certified personal trainer for over a decade, and I've coached tons of men over the years to peak performance, and I've also coached women as well. And now I'm here to help you forge strength, elevate your spirit, and lead with purpose. Let's get into it, gentlemen. Right. My first lesson is your time is your greatest asset. Your time and your energy are the two most valuable assets you have. Now, the problem is right now, most guys waste their single years just mindlessly scrolling, playing video games, binge watching Netflix, or chasing women. Okay? Now, why this happens is, you see, when you're in a relationship, you're always checking in with someone. It feels like you always have to check in, right? But when you're single, you have full control, right? Yet most guys do not use their time wisely. So the solution is to treat your time like an investment. Okay, you've got to cut out distractions and focus on what truly matters. You've got to build daily habits that will move your life forward. Okay, stop giving your time to people and things that don't serve your growth. So, I used to spend a ton of time swiping on the dating apps, going out with a bunch of women, which you definitely should get out there and not be completely socially autistic and not know how to be with women. I definitely encourage you to gather, but I used to just waste so much time on the dating apps, and I used to spend so much time playing video games and watching TV, Netflix. And I used to give my energy to things that I didn't really want to do. I was a yes man, so even if I didn't really want to do something, I had a hard time saying no. So finally, the switch flipped and I said, you know what? I'm not going to date for a while. I'm just going to focus on my growth. And then when I'm in a better place financially, when I'm in a better place, just in my career, when I have other hobbies and whatnot, when I get my body in a better position, right? It's all these things that you really have to focus on. And there's periods of time where I would go a year without even dating at all. And sometimes you need to do that. So you don't want to waste this time. You don't want to be, doing things that you're not going to have a good ROI. And honestly, I'm not against video games. I'm not against Netflix and stuff like that. But just make sure that you're really optimizing your time. Time is the most valuable asset we have. It's a depreciating asset that you can't get back. Lesson 2. You need to get in the best shape of your life, bro. The problem is right now, most guys let themselves go in their 30s. And this happens because they get too comfortable. They stop working out, start eating like crap, and they really just wonder why their confidence is tanking and why they're not getting as many options with women, right? So the solution is to train 4 to 5 times a week, strength and conditioning, Also encourage you to maybe do hot yoga, but dude, just get in the gym 4 to 5 times a week. If you have a busy day like most people, it's better to just get up early before work even starts and get your ass to the gym. There was a period of time where for several years, I was waking up at like 5 a.m., going to the gym for 45 minutes to an hour and working out. And it's hard to do at first, but you definitely get used to it after a while. And it feels good to get some wins in for the day. Actually do something for yourself before you do something for someone else, right? Really good book I can recommend. I wrote down a few here, but Discipline Equals Freedom by Jocko Willink. Really, really good book. So definitely get on your shit, man. Atomic Habits by James Clear is another one. You got to fix your nutrition, right? High protein diet, eliminate the crap. I like to stick to the 80-20 rule, which means 80% of the time you're eating clean, whole, nourishing foods for your body. And then that 20%, you can just eat whatever you want, all right? Optimize your sleep and recovery. I mean, you got to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night, all right? Anything less than that, you're not going to look your best. You're not going to feel your best. And you got to understand that your physique at the end of the day is literally, it's your business card. You are the product. You have to build the product, and then you have to learn to sell the product with social skills. So your physique, the way you look, it's literally tied to 80% nutrition, 20% training. So nutrition is huge, man. People don't realize how important it is. Like I said, man, your body is your first impression. How you look determines how people treat you, period. Men are going to respect you more. Women are going to respect you. You don't have to look like a crazy bodybuilder, but you need to be in good shape, because really, women don't really give a shit. Women mainly really care about themselves, and they just want you to be in decent shape, right? Obviously I was in the Marine Corps. I worked out for a long time, but I was half-assing my physique for years. And it wasn't until I hit rock bottom really in 2018, I basically was negative like $500 on my checking account. Credit card racked up to over 10 grand. It actually went to collections. And I moved into an apartment with 3 other roommates with my sister. While I was basically starting over, I hit rock bottom. I was rebuilding my life. And I was working 2 jobs, trying to finish school, started waking up at 5 a.m., just getting my shit together. And at the time, this was at the beginning of 2019, I ended up getting recertified as a personal trainer and really just taking it all the way, because I felt like I was leaving a lot on the table, and I wasn't truly, I had bad habits, man. I was eating fast food. I just wasn't in a good spot. And I finally decided, you know what? I'm going to really actually take it all the way this time. And in 4 to 6 months, I completely transformed my physique, my body. I was feeding my mind with nothing but positive content. Basically did monk mode for like an entire year. I didn't have sex, nothing. And it was just a different aura about me. And then I started attracting better people into my life, guys, new friends, women. And it truly was an evolution. And so the beginning of 2019 is really where I started to kick that off. And like I said, man, it changed not only my physique, but my confidence, my mindset, and everything. All right. Third lesson is you need to build an unshakable mindset, right? So once you get the mind right, the body will follow. The issue is most men let emotions, rejection, and setbacks control them. Okay. Now, why this happens is because they never built emotional resilience, and society encourages men to seek external validation instead of cultivating internal strength. The solution is to read daily, expand your mind, and develop critical thinking. Journal, track thoughts, habit tracker, reflect, and just really start to create self-awareness. Okay? Like I said, Atomic Habits is a great book. The Way of the Superior Man, and 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Really, really great books. You need to practice detachment. Learn to master the art of detachment. Stop obsessing over outcomes and start focusing on progress. Only focus on the things that you can control. When I stopped worrying and stressing about things that were not in my control, like whether she texts me back, whether she's even interested, whether I get the job, just focus on what you can control. And honestly, dude, being in the Marine Corps, I was deployed twice. I've traveled a lot. I've missed a ton of birthdays and holidays. I've had women cheat on me in the past. And, that really helped me to be able to practice detachment. But I remember this one girl I was so hung up on, and this was in, I think, the beginning of 2018. And I was chasing this girl like crazy, and I basically scared her off. I was just way over the top, way too much too soon. And it scared her away. And then she found another dude. And it was really that relationship that was very pivotal in me trying to understand women, the difference between male and female psychology, and really just realizing that I was not focused on myself, and I wasn't focused on becoming the best version of myself possible. I was pedestaling women. I was being the nice guy. I was not really focused on a bigger purpose. And I think a lot of times we have that one relationship or life experience that truly shapes us. And I've had a few of them. All right. Lesson 4. You got to make money and become financially independent. Financial independence is the goal. And the problem is too many men struggle financially these days, relying on paycheck to paycheck kind of lifestyle, living off their credit cards, mound of debt. And the reason this happens is guys lack financial education and discipline. Now, you can use ChatGPT as your financial advisor. It really could not be any easier these days. So I highly encourage you to prioritize that. Kill your credit card debt. Cut back on your finances if you're in a tough spot. Get rid of the expensive car payments you can't afford. Stop blowing money you don't have just to impress people and girls that really don't care. Okay? It's not worth it. But at the end of the day, you can only budget and cut back your expenses so much. So the solution is to increase your income overall. Get promoted, start a side hustle, build a business, something, right? You've got to save aggressively and stack cash while you're single. This is a perfect time while you don't have anyone else to depend on, or well, anyone else is depending on you. All right. Invest smart. So my advice would be to build up at least, bro, if you don't have at least 5 to 8 grand saved up, you need to stop dating and all that. Invest smart, stocks, crypto, high yield savings accounts, real estate, stuff like that. But look, a good place to start is just save up $1,000 for an emergency fund, right? Then you really need to start saving up 3 to 6 months of living expenses, okay? And if you're not in that position, you should not be eating out. Like, dude, there's a period of time where I wasn't eating out at all. I was just buying discount groceries, and I still do. I live below my means because it feels better than being stressed out. I had this entitled mindset of, I gotta go to shop at Whole Foods and all. Dude, I shop at Aldi now. Like, that's really where I go most of the time for my stuff, or Costco. But you got to increase your income overall. You got to pick a high leverage vehicle. When I finished my bachelor's degree, I ended up going into sales. And honestly, sales is a great opportunity. So pick a high leverage vehicle, whatever that is. You can become successful and make a lot of money doing anything if you just work really fucking hard, right? Money equals freedom and options. Now, money is not everything. No, it's not. But I'd rather, make a lot more money than be super stressed out, okay? Because if I'm broke, I'm not going to be happy. People that are broke are not really happy, okay? It's especially in the US, maybe in another country because they don't have anything else to compare it to, but you got to make more money. You got to level up. It's expensive these days. Let's be honest. Unless you're living out in the sticks. But if you're living in a metropolitan area like I do, like in Atlanta, it's fucking expensive, bro. So understand that, being able to level up financially is really going to give you a better quality of life overall, right? Lesson 5, cut out weakness and addictions. Short-term pleasure, okay? The issue is most men stay addicted to comfort, man. Porn, junk food, Uber Eats, social media, and vices that sap their masculine energy. Now, why this happens is dopamine addiction keeps you in a cycle of instant gratification. The solution is to quit porn and practice semen retention from time to time. Reclaim your drive. Cut out junk dopamine, porn, crappy food. Limit your social media use, video games all the time, mindless entertainment. You need to embrace discomfort. Growth happens outside of your comfort zone. So I want to share with you, I used to struggle with vaping, porn, And I quit vaping about a year and a half ago. I quit porn for good a year ago. I tried quitting many, many times. Here is how you quit both. If you want to quit vaping, I've made other videos on that, but basically it's toxic, dude. Get that shit out of your life. You don't need to be sucking on that blueberry vape. Porn. Get a VPN blocker. There's companies like Blocker X, Covenant Eyes, and basically you can block it on your phone, on your computer, your TV, all that. And really, it goes deeper than that. In order to quit things like porn and vaping, you just have to realize or come to the conclusion that the ideal version of yourself, the ascended man that you want to become, does not do those things. He does not have those things in his life. Also, do you see yourself vaping 10 years from now with a freaking vape? Yes? No? Porn is ruining your life. Get rid of it immediately. If you get rid of it, it's going to make your sex life better. Your energy is going to be better overall. And it's just going to change your life. I'm not a fan of it. Now, number 6 is you have to master being alone. Now, the problem is most guys are afraid of being alone, which leads to them jumping into toxic relationships or just constantly needing to be stimulated by women and social media. Why this happens is they never learn to enjoy their own company and develop inner peace. And being single in your 30s right now, this is the time for you to spend time alone without distractions, okay? It's fine, no music, no phone, just you. Sit in your own energy. Take some time where you're driving you're not even listening to anything. Go on a walk, nothing in your ears. Just sit in your own energy and you're able to really connect the dots and process your life, right? Take solo trips, man. Go on hikes, do things alone. Stop filling voids with random women and meaningless hookups, okay? I remember it was in 2017 to 2018. I was basically working an overnight security job from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. And I had a lot of time on my thoughts. And it was at this time where I was really able to process my life, the relationships, and really just learn to be okay in solitude. And it's really hard to do at first, but I really encourage you to do this, man. Now I go on walks by myself. I don't mind taking myself to a movie, going out to eat by myself. It's not a big deal. I'm definitely a social guy, but I have really learned to value solitude so much. And it's something that will carry with me for forever, even when I get into the next relationship. All right, lesson 7, be ruthless about who you let into your life. The problem is the wrong people will drain your time. They'll drain your energy and your focus. Now, most men don't set boundaries and they allow low value people into their lives. So what you have to do is you've got to cut out toxic friends and family who hold you back. Yeah, that might mean distancing yourself from them to start, and some people might need to be cut out entirely. You've got to surround yourself with high value men who push you to grow. Now, where do you meet these people? Local meetups, mastermind groups, get plugged in. I'm pretty sure Bumble and Hinge even have options for friends now, Facebook friends and dating. Go to a martial arts, workout class, CrossFit, right? A gym, something like that. You just got to get around other guys who are getting after it. And stop letting women who bring drama into your life be a part of it. Like, you have to stop bringing these types of women into your life, right? I remember some women that I would date and all they talked about was drama in their life. And there's a point where I would date multiple women at one time, and I don't do this anymore. This was mainly when I was in my red pill phase, but I just got tired of hearing about the drama. And I also had one friend that I was in the Marine Corps with, and we were best friends for like 6 or 7 years. And then there came a point where I was starting to really grow more and share my new ideas with him. And he was unhappy in his marriage. He was letting his body slip. He had a very negative, pessimistic mindset. And I had to cut it, man. I had to let it go. And actually for about a year, I didn't even really have any friends except maybe like one other person and my sister. And then as I started to evolve, more people started to come into a life who aligned with who I was. So your life will improve if you cut these people out that are no longer serving you, right? Some people are just here for a season. Some people are a blessing. Some people are a lesson. Some people are both, all right? Lesson 8, Lesson 8. This is very important. You can't miss this. Define what you want in a woman. The problem is, man, so many guys settle because they never actually took the time to clarify their standards with women. Now, this happens because they don't have a clear vision of what they actually want. You're just drifting through life. So the solution for you is to clearly define what you want. Make a list of the qualities you want in a woman and make a list of the qualities that you don't want in a woman. Identify your deal breakers and do not compromise. You have to look for women in the right places as well. It's not going to be at a bar. It's not going to be at a club or in this toxic hookup culture, okay? My dating standards have completely changed. I did the same exercise years ago, and it also keeps it top of mind, so you're on the lookout for how does she act? What does she look like when you're actually at places, you know? When you're out at yoga, at the gym, or wherever. And I used to get hung up on girls that I would meet in the rave scene, like at EDM shows or bars, clubs, stuff like that, and it never ended well. So then I started actually trying to meet women at places like the gym, at yoga studios, things like that, actually doing things that I like. So really, it's so important, dude. It's so important. All right, 9th lesson is you must develop social skills and charisma. Okay. Now, the issue is most guys think confidence comes from success and the car and the watch and the Instagram followers, but it actually comes from competence, right? Confidence comes from competence. And where does competence come from? It comes from doing hard things. It comes from setting goals and crushing those goals, stacking wins in your life. That's where it comes from. Now, I got a lot of this from the Marine Corps and then getting certified as a trainer and then finishing my bachelor's degree and getting a top physique. I did fitness modeling for a long time, but I no longer do that because it wasn't really fulfilling. But it comes from doing things that are hard, man. I've been in sales for 4 years now. Very, very hard. I face rejection all the time, but it's made me a more resilient person. And you just have to put yourself out there. Start talking to everybody. Become a social animal. So many guys never actively practice being social and become awkward and like quiet and unconfident. But you just have to get the reps in, dude. You got to talk to new people daily. Social reps matter. Learn how to lead conversations and be assertive. Speak slower. Eliminate the ums and filler words. Maintain eye contact with people. And own your presence. I used to be very socially awkward, and getting a better physique, leveling up my career, doing hard things, putting myself out there and just getting the reps in with just talking to everyone. Like, talk to guys, random conversations, give people compliments, talk to every girl. Like, you don't have to talk to all of them, but you should treat very attractive women and women that aren't that attractive the same way. Talk to everyone, even if you're not interested, because it helps you with the practice, okay? Now, if you're the guy right now who has really good social skills, then maybe you should go monk mode for like 6 months to a year to really focus on other areas of your life to really level up. If you're the kind of guy who does not have good social skills, you should learn social skills better. The Lost Art of Listening is a great book. How to Win Friends and Influence People is a really good look. There's lots of really good books out there about communication. So what it's really about is recognizing your deficiencies and what you struggle in, and then just working to improve them. I used to not be a very good speaker. I used to have a lot of ums and filler words, and I just couldn't really speak that fluidly. So I started reading more, writing more, and just having more conversations, and it helped me become a better speaker, okay? And it's going to change everything. It's your dating life, your business life, confidence, all that. All right. Lesson number 10, stop waiting for life to happen. No. When's the best time to start the business? Now. When's the best time to find a new job? Now. It's always now. Take action now. You can do something today. The problem is most guys think their best years are behind them, and they're not. You know, so many guys wait for the perfect time instead of taking action. And I definitely resonate with this because for so long I put YouTube off. I put anything I was thinking about that I wanted to, even getting a nice physique, I put this off for years. I was lazy. There's never a perfect time to start, and it's never gonna be perfect. Take action now. Stop waiting. Start today. So you got to make a plan of your life too. Make a 1-year plan for self-improvement. I highly recommend doing like a 5-year plan. I think where you want to be 5 years and 10 years. But for now, make a 1-year plan for self-improvement. Understand that life rewards action, not hesitation. Okay? Get it together, man. This is your time. Stop wasting it. Start building right now. If this video helped you, I want you to hit that like button, comment down below what resonated with you, and then hit subscribe. This is The Ascended Man. Stay strong, stay focused, and keep ascending. Let's go.